We're back with another video. This is number 2 of our Sharpshooter badge tier series. That's a mouthful. I'm joined again here by Swizurk. This is our starting shooting guard for Pacers Gaming in the NBA 2K League. So Swiz, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Good, man. Good. He's one of the best in the world at playing Sharp. So no one's better than this guy to go through these badges. So we're looking forward to it. Make sure you check out our first video of the series. It was actually shooting badges, so right up Swiz's alley. But we're back again here for playmaking badges for Sharp. So let's jump right into it. First badge, Swiz, talk to me about Ankle Breaker. Does it go tier 1, 2, 3, or 4?
I got Ankle Breaker tier 3.
Okay.
I think it's interesting to put a bronze or silver as a Sharp if you have the points for it. Just because I think with behind the backs, it kind of like helps you as a Sharp. It kind of like freezes the defender sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So, or even if you could get it up to gold, I think would be good. But that's kind of hard to get with because you don't have too many playmaking badges.
Sure.
So I mean, yeah, I think getting a bronze at least is kind of decent.
I'm with you there, and I think there might be some other badges you have ranked higher. I'm guessing, we'll see, but that do a better job of ankle breaking than Ankle Breaker itself, even potentially. So, all right, tier 3 for Ankle Breaker. What about Bailout?
Bailout, I have tier 2.
Tier 2 for Bailout.
I like this badge as a sharpshooter. I only put it bronze, but I like it because it helps you with the pass out animation. So like if you take a shot that you don't like, you can pass out of it. And just getting a bronze helps you make the pass. So I don't see why you don't do it, especially because as a Sharp, you'll get baited. Like it's gonna happen. You're gonna take a bad shot, and there's a lot of times you'll be able to pass out of it to your center rolling or something and get a free dunk. So I don't see why you don't take this badge. It causes it so you don't turn the ball over. So I mean, I think getting it on bronze is pretty useful. Simple
enough. And another one of those badges where maybe when you have it on bronze, you get that animation and you don't necessarily have to throw a ton of badge points in, but it does give you the animations, unlocks those at the bronze level. So good point, Swizz. What about Break Starter?
Break Starter, I have tier 3. I think if you play the corner on defense, it could be good because if you get a rebound, you could kick it out. But if you play the top of the key, I would suggest not getting this badge at all.
Yep.
But I mean, it helps you on kickouts if you do happen to get the rebound. I don't use the badge. I'd rather play the top of the key.
Leak out.
You gotta leak out. Maybe get a little downhill going. But yeah, I would suggest only if you play the corner, get rebounds, maybe get it on bronze. That's about it.
Got it. Perfect. Okay. Next up, Dimer. You throwing some dimes here, Swizz?
Dimer, I have tier 1.
Tier 1. Okay.
Yeah. I have enough points for it on my player, so I put it all the way up to gold. It helps your teammates if you control the ball. You pass the ball to your team, helps them make shots. So I don't see why you don't take it, especially if you have the points.
Yeah.
It helps your team. I guess it's this or floor general. You could choose between your teammate what they choose, maybe. But I'd prefer the dimer route.
Gotcha.
I go floor general.
that really allows you to be that secondary ball handler then too, because you make those passes, increases your teammates' ability to shoot. So I think that's huge for Pro-Am. Even Park, it can help quite a bit too.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Okay, downhill. I heard you mention it earlier. Do you like this badge?
Downhill, I think it's tier 3. I think it's good if you run the break. Possibly on a Sharp, it's like a little interesting because you can put like this badge in like Lob City, like it's just like another badge you put bronze.
Mm-hmm.
But I think you gotta like choose between this badge or something else to put it in. But I think if you play the break, it's a pretty interesting one to go with.
Okay, and that just pretty much gives you an increase in overall speed, right?
Yeah, so you can get out on the break, have the ball, so you can get that dunk off or layup or whatever you need to do on the break.
So like Swizz said, if you're leaking out quite a bit, you're playing top of the key D, you're in Park, you're in Rec, and getting out in transition, downhill might be a good badge for you. But like Swizz said, maybe about tier 3, probably don't rank that badge all the way up to gold or Hall of Fame for sure, if you're a Sharp. Dream Shake, you doing a lot of Dream Shakes, Swizz?
Yeah, Dream Shake tier 1 now. Dream Shake tier 4. No post moves happening here, doing fakes or anything like that. So, yeah, you're going to have to not touch that badge at all.
Okay, simple enough. Probably not going to use Dream Shake as a Sharp. All right, what about Flashy Passer?
I'm putting that one tier 4 also. I never throw a flashy pass. So, yeah, I mean, it's just not needed.
Okay. Do you think anybody would ever use it? Because it gives you an additional boost for takeover.
I think it could be interesting for like a playmaking if you have high passing because you'll make nice crisp passes on the break or something like that doing it. Mm-hmm. But besides that, I don't think it's really needed for a Sharp, especially because your passing is already not that high. You don't want to waste points into this. And like it'll just like, I don't know, you're not throwing flashy passes as a Sharp. Like it's just not going to work.
Okay. All right, I'm on board. What about Floor General?
Floor General, I have... Where is Floor General? I have it... Wait, I can't find it. Oh, I have it tier 4 as a Sharp. I think your point guard should take this over you. They have way more playmaking badges. You don't have enough, I feel like, to get this, unless maybe you go this one over Dimer somehow because your team agrees on that. But besides that, I think you don't go this one. Yeah, it gives your teams boosts and stuff like that, but you just don't have the points for it, I don't think.
Sure. So save your points, put them elsewhere. Hopefully someone else on your team you can communicate with and have them stack Floor General if your team decides to do it. Handles for days.
Handles for days, I have tier 2.
Okay.
I think this badge is interesting because you don't lose energy. And like with doing behind the backs in this game and stuff, and like because like there's like no LT, like LT is really not there, like so you actually like kind of like got to do some things with the dribble moves. So I mean, I think this badge is interesting to put like silver. I think I mess with silver and gold. I think I have it silver right now. But I like it. It helps you with your energy. And I have the points for it, so.
Yeah, I think if you're more of a Sharp who is playing that secondary ball handler role, where you have the ball a ton and you are going to get fatigued if you're doing dribble moves, Malik is the first guy I think of in Pro-Am that I've seen who handles the ball almost as much as the point guard. So if you are a ball handling Sharp, I think handles for days is a must on your player. So I agree with you. Tier 2 sounds about right for me. What about Lob City, Swizz?
Lob City, I have tier 3. I mean, this is another one you choose to like downhill and stuff like that. What do you want to put bronze? This one's hard. Right now, I don't use it. I don't know. It's hard to get in there with all the badges. Like it's like this. There's like needle threader, which is interesting. I don't know. I think you gotta like kind of pick one. I don't know. I think if your team throws lobs and like you guys go by that, I think this badge is like good to go with. So like you can throw that past your team because slashers are pretty good, especially with people running slashing playmakers. You can throw even lobs to your point guards. So I don't know. I like this badge. It's definitely good for pro. I think even for park for whatever. Lob City is definitely good. I just think you only put it on bronze though.
Sounds good. Sounds good. All right. Needle threader.
I have this one also tier 3. I think you choose between one or the other. This badge is pretty cool. I think it does actually get between some passes. Only going bronze on this one too. Maybe silver sometimes, but I think bronze is the way also. But yeah, I mean, you get some tight passes in. I think you got to take a choice though on one of them. Okay. Which one you prefer.
Just because you probably don't have as many badge points to go around, right?
Yeah, for sure. Because I put like Dimer up to gold. I mean, we are not there yet, but some other badges in there I put all the way up to gold also. So I only get 15 points. So, I mean, you got to leave some badges out there.
Gotcha. And that's one thing to take into consideration. Swizz isn't saying because they're in tier 3, it doesn't mean they're bad necessarily by any means. It's just how you should prioritize these badges, how many points you're putting into the categories because you're so limited as a Sharp.
Yeah, correct.
Cool. Okay. Okay, we're on to Pass Fake Maestro. Where are you there?
I'm putting this one tier 4. Hardly ever really do pass fakes. They're not. I mean, last year pass fakes were like wild. You'd always do them. I mean, it would have been maybe interesting last year. I don't really think it's gonna like bait the defense too much. Like But like, how quick can it really make it look and like change it? I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's really needed.
Yeah, I've seen some people in Pro-Am using pass fakes, but unless we talked about it in one of the Wolf's videos, he uses it out of the corner, which kind of makes more sense where you pass fake and then have quick first step out of the pass fake. But again, I'm not sold on it as a sharp. Would probably recommend using your badge points higher up on these tiers. So moving on, Postman Technician.
I have this one, also tier 4.
Okay. Not doing many post spins?
I'm not doing any post. It says it helps with driving and stuff like that, but you really can't drive it as a sharp too well. So I mean, I don't know. Like, I feel like it's more of a big man badge, if anything, and you're doing post spins.
Yeah.
Or like a power forward type badge.
I agree with you. I think this is definitely used if you're going to be working out of the post. Again, some people, I know we'll have some people in the comments saying, I love Postman Technician, I gotta have it. There's nothing wrong with that. If it works for you, that's great. But the way Swizz plays, again, probably not gonna use Postman Technician. I did see it says less of a chance to be stripped on drives, which I thought was super interesting. Or at least out of the post. So I know one issue right now is getting stripped a lot as a guard. So that might help, but it might only be out of the post as well too. So there's one badge. It's going to be the last one we talk about that helps you not get plucked, but we'll get to that shortly. Quick first steps, Wiz.
Tier 1. I think you gotta have this badge all the way up. I think even if you're a center, you should have this badge gold. To be honest, like I just think this badge is like. It's just like one of the best in the game for sure.
Agreed.
Just like the difference from this badge gold to not having the badge is like insane.
Yep.
So it's just so much quicker.
Yep, I agree. I think as we do these badge tier series on different types of builds, you're going to see quick first step at the top of the list every single time. It's a very important badge across the board. For left, Space Creator.
I have this badge tier 3. I think this badge isn't for me, but I think if you're like a guy that likes to do like hop jumpers and stuff like that, or like spin jumpers, I think it's good. 100%. You could put it like up to even gold. I think it would be good. But if you don't do those kind of things, I don't think you should not even touch this badge. It's only for like if you're like the guy like a shot creating type player, like taking like those crazy like hop jumpers and stuff like that.
Sure, and again, Swizz shoots a lot of threes. He works a lot off ball. Not as many leaners now that they've nerfed it, probably as well. So Space Creator could be good. If you have extra badges, you're more of a shot creating type, exactly like Swizz said. You could go there, but I agree. Tier 3 sounds about right for a sharpshooter to me. Okay, final 3, stop and go.
Stop and go, I have tier 2.
Okay.
I put this badge up to gold as a sharp. I think it's pretty good. I think it's pretty different from when you have no badge to gold. You definitely get different animations. I think it's like a lot quicker as a sharp. I just think this badge is like, I feel like you should put it all the way up, or if not silver, as a sharp, just because like there's not too many other things that really put it in that like help you so much. So I just don't see why you don't use this badge, because it helps you with the ball.
Awesome. And I'd add too, I've heard that this allows you to stop. So if you're on the fast break and someone throws you the ball, a lot of times you try to catch and shoot quickly in 2K20, it makes you lean.
I think this badge helps you with that. It helps you stop and shoot.
Exactly. I've heard you can catch it and shoot on the spot, on a dime right there. So if you're having that issue, stop and go really could be a good one for you. Also, we released a video talking about how to set your feet in 2K20. So if you haven't checked that out, make sure you do. I think it could definitely help your game paired with stop and go. So last 2, tight handles. Swizz, where are you here?
I'm putting tight handles tier 4.
Okay.
I think this is just more for like a dribbling player. It's like you're doing size ups and stuff on a sharp. You don't really do size ups that much. So I mean, the Kobe size ups are pretty good, but I don't think you really need it on a sharp. It doesn't really help that much. You're not like really like that nasty dribbler who's like breaking people down. Like you got moves, but like not those kind of moves.
Sure.
So I don't think you should use this badge.
Okay. Personally, I might throw tight handles where ankle breaker was an ankle breaker into 4, but I think that you could go either way. So I use both on my point guard, but I don't know. I do a lot of size ups with my point guard too. So that's where I've seen success. Yeah, totally preference. Okay, last but definitely not least, let's talk about unpluckable.
Unpluckable, I put tier 1.
Okay.
I just think you might as well as a sharp, but you gotta do whatever you can and not get ripped as much, especially just people just sit there out there and just start spamming X to steal the ball. So I mean, it's pretty annoying. So I think you kind of have to have the badge for what it does. I just don't see why you don't put it on, especially if you're a dribbler. I think you should have a max 100%.
For sure.
It helps you not get ripped. It's like, why wouldn't you use it, right?
Yeah, and I think even when you do have it all the way up, the game still allows you to get ripped.
Oh yeah, I mean it's gonna happen, but I mean I'm sure it happens. You just gotta have it. I think, just, especially as a sharp, because your dribbling's already not the highest. So I mean, whatever helps, I think you gotta take it.
Agreed. We're on the same page there. Now, I've seen a lot of people in the comments when we get done with these videos, their first question is, in what order should I rank up the first 3 badges? So we sort of rank them 1, 2, 3 last video, but let's talk about which one would you rank up first, or how would you rank these up once you unlock your badge points?
Like if I was grinding badges?
Yes. Yep. From the rip. If you're starting out, would you go dimer, then quick, or how would you go?
I would go quick first step first to gold right off the bat, and then if you're just playing my career, I wouldn't go unpluckable yet. But if you're going into like real games, I'd go unpluckable, and then probably I might go stop and go over dimer. I think that one, it just depends on your play style.
Gotcha. Okay. Sounds good. Any last thoughts on the playmaking badges for Sharp, Swizz?
No, I think that's really it. I think it's I think those 2 tiers are where you want to like prioritize your slots and like go with your highest, and then like maybe like drizzle like a bronze or something in tier 3, and then that's about it.
Perfect. Awesome. Well, to recap, these are playmaking badges for sharpshooters in NBA 2K20. This guy is Swizurk. He's our starting shooting guard. He's a sharpshooter for Pacers Gaming in the NBA 2K League. I almost said 2K20 again, but in the league, this is one of the best shooters. So definitely listen to him, trust his information. He knows best. So thanks again for coming on for this video, Swizz.
Thank you.
He's so enthusiastic today too. I can feel it.
I just woke up. Come on.
I know. He doesn't have his chai tea yet, or does he have it?
Actually, I do have it.
He's got
I don't drink much of it,
though. Look at that. He's just waking up here. But thanks again. Thanks to all you guys for tuning in to this video. Let us know in the comments what you think about our tiers. If you agree, disagree, love hearing your feedback for sure. From Cody, from all of Pacers Gaming and Swizz, we hope you have a great day. We'll see you in the next one.
Nah, man. Oh, dog. I got swag too. You feel me? Hold on, man. Oh! Please!